NorCal. 209 King of Comedy. It's Rick without the K. James presents, in my opinion, podcast.
Just started listening to Tupac.
Oh my God, you are late to the party on a bunch of shit, bro.
He's very good. Yeah, no, I get it. I get the T-shirts. No, really. I didn't listen to him when I was growing up. Had no idea.
How can you be from the Bay and not listen to Pac?
I'm from Portland, Oregon, buddy.
But you lived in the Bay since high school.
Okay, well, there's no need to put me on blast here on camera. Who cares? I listen to rock music. I like the System of a Down, the Power Man 5000. I heard the whole catalog. I downloaded the best of Tupac. I've been listening to it. Very good. Very angry. Very angry.
But a good anger sometimes.
I guess. I mean, if you like it.
Sometimes you got to get angry and express it.
I don't like rap, and I'll tell you one thing. I like the Tupac. Very good stuff. No, very good. I'm giving you a goddamn compliment.
Okay.
I'm late to the party. I saw that. I listened to all this shit maybe 3 months ago.
Do you have 5 top rock groups?
Oh, absolutely. System of a Down, System of a Down, System of a Down, System of a Down, System of a Down. Shits on all your goddamn rappers. Very good stuff. And those Nazis haven't made an album in 10 years. Assholes. Too busy doing heroin.
Dylon.
System of a Down, Korn, Dog Fashion Disco, Rammstein, and I would I'll throw somebody else in there later.
My question to people that listen
Park.
to rock and shit, I don't listen to rock. So can you fuck to that? Can you work out to that? Like this is why.
Well, those are two things I just don't really do a lot. I mean, working out, my God, who cares? You know, and I can't even. Listen, if I'm hooking up with somebody, with a girlfriend, I mean, it's not gonna even last the whole song. So who cares? Barely
made it to the chorus.
Yeah, very good. Have a good night.
It was 59 seconds.
I got better things to do. I got wrestling to watch and pizza to eat. That was very nice. Good work, Kay. Very nice. I don't have time for that. I'm not gonna listen to the whole goddamn album. What are you fucking for 45 minutes?
Yeah, sometimes we talked about that on the podcast. We talked about I think as a younger dude, we would try to. Me and Insane Wayne were talking about. We would try to hit
funny guy.
Yeah, funny dude.
Underrated.
And we would try to hit a certain number of track. Like you put it in. And,
really?
And for me, I started around R. Kelly's 12 play. I was always trying to get to 12 play. I was always trying to get to the 12th track. God damn it!
Why?
I don't know. I thought it was the length and shit. Now I'm old. I don't give a fuck. I probably wouldn't make past the 3rd track. So
let's go.
So
get this over with. I have jokes to write. You know, I'm not trying. I'm not auditioning for anything here. You know, I don't have time for this.
How many callbacks do you get?
2.5 minutes.
Never?
Let's go. Come on, have a good day.
It's just the first.
Come on. Who needs more than 3 minutes of sex? Really? Maybe people. Her. You know?
He said maybe
her. You know? My girlfriend Kim. Very good. Out. Have a good night.
I'm sorry you're so good at this, girl.
Yeah,
right?
you're great.
Is that what you tell him?
Oh, yeah.
Woo, man, if you wasn't so good at this.
I'll tell you, man. You should.
I maybe would have lasted longer.
This is on you, buddy. Okay?
You did this to me.
Don't talk dirty.
You did.
Come
Just
on.
Roll over and feel happy.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Fucking SummerSlam's in an hour. You know, we have to get this done. But, yeah, I mean, music-wise, I was really into rock music when I was high school. I would go to all of the I would bring rock bands into my high school. I went to Mission San Jose High School. And during the lunch break every month, I actually got a budget from Mission San Jose High School. Mr. Hansen would give me a budget to bring a band, a local band over there. And it was awesome. Like, I was a rock star that day. Like, I got to book it, and I would bring great bands over there. We had Trapped. I don't know if you know who Trapped is. No. Headstrong, Wake You On. Terrible band. One-hit wonder. But I got them over there right before they blew up. Literally 5 days. Papa Roach, Mission San Jose, 1997. We'll go up there, banging out. Papa Roach. 3 weeks later, they were on TRL, number 4. Last Resort.
That's a band.
You don't know? You never heard Papa Roach?
I've probably heard of
You're
them,
late to the party.
I couldn't tell you any of their songs.
You know, cut my life into pieces.
And you know what's sad is I was married to a white girl for fucking 8 years. And
yeah, she couldn't have been that white if you don't know Papa Roach.
Because I told her, please don't play that music around me. Okay. I can literally show you that I have files on my hard drive, and it'll say like white wife's music. So
Delete. I was like 15. I get into these bands over there. I love the rock music. Went to Ozfest. Went to all the concerts. Saw all of it. Rap was always the only rap concert I ever went to was I got to see Andre Nicotina in Tech Nine in Santa Cruz.
Oh, okay.
Which was pretty good. Very good.
Free on the beach?
No, it was actually at the Catalyst Club in Santa Cruz. Very great venue. I do not know if they're open yet or if they're still open, to be honest. But that was cool. By the way, there was like 5 black people in the crowd.
Nice.
I mean, it was just all basically...
It was all
like,
college students or something?
Exactly. It was all people that listened to Andre Nicotina and Tech Nine. Despite them being rappers and African American, there was like 5 black people there. I was like, wow, I thought we were going to have a good time, but no, we're not.
I love me some Tech Nine, but half the time, does anybody know what the fuck he's saying? Like, you got to print out lyrics,
dude,
just to listen to his shit.
Jesus
sometimes.
Christ,
because he raps so goddamn fast.
Oh, he's very And by the way, you know who opened for who? We thought we were going to go see an Andre Nicotina concert. He was the first motherfucker out. Tech Nine headlined it,
which he should have.
Oh well, I didn't. I dispute that. I thought the ticket said Andre Nicotina with Tech Nine. That was the ticket.
Oh.
They sold it as an Andre Nicotina concert. This guy shows up high as shit, does his classics, get the fuck off in 25 minutes.
Here's Tech Nine has way more songs, and I'm kind of late to the party with Tech Nine. Like, it wasn't until recently there was a song with him and Kendrick Lamar, "Fragile."
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't fuck with Tech Nine like 10 years ago?
No.
Buddy, I was like
want to say within the last.
when I went to go see this guy.
My 2 favorite Tech Nine.
Is this real alcohol or is this weird orange juice shit for props?
In my opinion, podcast shot glass. You can buy those on my website.
Don't get it.
Right?
It's not good.
So "Fragile" is one of those songs that he sings with Kendrick Lamar, and he's got. And he goes, and you know I'm an artist because I'm sensitive about my shit. And that line where I'm like, woo, just being a comedian, man. How many comedians do you know that are fucking just extra sensitive? You know what I mean?
All of them.
So, of course
they should be. They're
right?
terrible.
Yeah.
80% of them are garbage.
I want to say 90 to 95%.
I would say that.
Or
I would
not
say that.
garbage, but sensitive.
What was my point earlier today about these comedians that are doing comedy for 15 and 20 years not doing shit? Buddy, you have to think of it like the NBA or baseball, okay? You have to be the best person in your class. You know, if you're 5 years in and you can't go to any showcase in the Bay Area and absolutely bury everybody, every person that's in the NBA was the best basketball player on their team since they were age of 5.
So what do you think?
Come on. Enough's enough.
All right,
Give it up.
Let's start a new topic here.
I'm serious.
What do you think is the biggest mistake comics do then?
Thinking that they're comedians without work. I agree.
Are you on that Jerry Seinfeld shit? Like,
no,
I watch a lot of podcasts.
I'm 100%.
So no, but Jerry says,
go ahead.
You have to sit down and write. You have
that's
fucking
obvious.
sit down and write.
That's obvious.
You have to take this on like it's a job.
That's obvious. That's
but
an
it's
obvious
not that
answer.
obvious.
No, well, I mean,
how many
who can write?
I tell people, here's
but they're
my
not
thing.
Funny.
How many comedians do you hear? I'm working on a new 10, and I'm like, you don't even have an old 10.
Yeah.
You don't have a 10 that you can. And mind you, viewers, I want you to know, those of you that aren't comics, a 10 means a 10-minute set that you can take anywhere to any comedy club.
Not anywhere.
Normally,
and I mean anywhere. Universal.
Yeah,
you could do this in Glasgow. You could do it in England. You could do it in Britain. You could do it in Canada. You could do it in Asia. You could do it in Singapore. You could do it in the Bay Area. They don't have it. And I realized that really early when I had my European tour about 5 years ago. I had a fucking solid 45 minutes in America, right? I did Glasgow, Lancaster, Manchester, England, and Singapore, which I just named off. All 5 of them. Did all 5 of them. My 45 shrunk down to 22 minutes top. 22 minutes top. I'm sorry. I didn't mean 5 years ago. I meant 5 years into the game. So I was 5 years. I'm about 11 years in the game. So about 6 years ago, whatever. I went over there. Glasgow, mind you, England. It was my 45 went down to 22, like that. Not even close.
Because I think a lot of comedians, I've seen comics that, I won't mention any names, but it's going to be hard because you're going to know who the fuck they are anyways. I've seen a comic that was touring with another comic, and he's originally from El Paso, Texas.
Nick Guerra.
And
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
Where Nick
Cut
is
that
a
out,
beast.
by the way. I like it.
Well,
who's from El Paso?
I
Just
don't
say the name,
I
you
don't
pussy.
even know what his name is.
It's in
to
your
be honest
opinion.
with you. But he gets on stage and he starts talking about, so you know how in El Paso, and he's doing comedy in the Bay Area. I'm like, nobody in the Bay Area knows where the fuck El Paso is, first off. So
Yeah.
why are you going to, and a lot of comics do that shit. Like,
Well, believe it or not, Rick, it's not even that simple. Like, I'm not even talking about just doing local shit. I'm talking about just generational shit. This is why you have to do relationship material.
Yeah.
Things about your family that other people relate to. Even if you're doing regular stuff, like if you're talking about Obama or Trump or whatever political stuff that matters in America, it doesn't matter anywhere
Yeah.
else.
Where I tell people a lot of my shit is universal shit. I talk about kids. I talk about relationships. I talk about sex. A lot of people, well, you have too much sex in your comedy. I'm
but everybody has it.
Yeah, but everybody's fucking.
Not for 11 songs, but yeah. Just got fucking through a whole CD. Very good. Very nice. I'm impressed.
It's been a while.
But no, I'm telling you, man. And another thing about comedians, like they always ask me about like the number one thing that it takes for a comedian to do well in the business. You got to be funny, and you have to understand where you are on your level, and you have to be better than everybody on your level. I'm not asking for people 2 years in the game to be funnier than people 6 years in the game, but you damn well better be better than everybody 2 to 3 years into the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you have to, because if you're not beating those guys, you had a great line. What was that line? The Wolves shit.
Yeah. It's a
J.
line
Cole?
from it's a line from the show The Wire. Right?
The Wire. J. Cole. What's wrong with me?
And he goes out, and the scene is he goes out for a Honey Nut Cheerios or whatever, and he comes back, but he comes back with a bunch of G-Pack full of all these drugs. And while he's walking to get the cereal, they basically throw the fucking drugs to Omar, the greatest fucking gangster ever on TV, right?
I like The Wire.
Yeah, right?
Not late to the party on that one. I watched that live.
And he comes back, and he's telling his boyfriend, right, because he's gay or whatever. He's telling him, he goes, they just like gave me this shit. Like, what is this about? And his boyfriend's like, well, just take it. It's free shit. And he goes, you don't get it. He goes, you can't play with puppies all day and expect to run with the wolves at night.
By the way, heard that line for the first time today? Very well put.
And I was like, that is exactly it. I said, a lot of comics try to play down and try to get people that are a lot less funnier than them.
Yeah.
Where I like rolling with people that are as funny, if not funnier, so I can get to that level. It's the same shit. If you play basketball, I played basketball in high school. I didn't want to play with the JV team.
No,
I wanted to play with the varsity fucking team. I wanted to play with the college ball
players. Why aren't these comedians understanding that? They're not getting it.
Because it's a comfort level, I think.
Dude,
they want to be comfort. I don't want to be comfortable.
I do that too. I've been blamed for that too. I sometimes book friends of mine that will open for me and whatever. But like at the end of the day, I started. Samuel Bates started me. I mean, I got basically the best writer in stand-up comedy, and I have to go and do open mics with him. I did that for 3 years straight with him. Okay? So, obviously, my game got good real quick because I'm fucking with one of the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you got to do that, but also, you have to understand that you cannot go through comedy for 15, 16 years and blame everything on other people. Oh, the industry doesn't fuck with people like us. No. Skin color. Oh, I'm white. They don't fuck with white people anymore. It's not that. If you're not going to go out there and do festivals and compete against other people, like even at my level, just 2 years ago, I went to the Big Sky Festival because I wanted to compete with other guys that are on my level, and I wanted to beat them all, and I did. Won it. It was great. No, it's true though. But like, I wanted to do that, and if you're not, either you do that or you don't. At least I don't want to hear you bitch about it on Facebook. I don't want to hear you be like, oh, why aren't I not in the Variety top 10 comedians? You're not putting yourself out there to even be seen by the industry that are doing that are picking these comics.
Yeah.
You cannot have it both ways. You cannot not put yourself out there and also complain about the comedians that are putting themselves out there that probably are worse than you and getting notarized for that. I mean, I can't. That's one of my biggest pet peeves in comedy. These comics are like, oh, I don't want to do festivals. Why not? If you're very good, go out there and beat the shit out of these comics, and get yourself some good shit. Other than that, you can't sit there and cry about the comics that are doing it. I had at least 4 unnamed comics that were like, why are you doing the Big Sky Festival? Why are you doing this festival? What are you doing? And I'm like, I want to...
do you think a comic should write... My other thing is do you... One, I don't like comedy competitions, right? Like I feel most of them are rigged and shit.
But I will say
I don't want to talk too much about that, but
Yep.
I want to say I think for a comedy competition, you have to write differently.
Well, here's the thing.
I think you have to.
There's no such thing.
You have to compact because you know how it is. It's set up. You're going to do a 5 to 7 minute first set. If you move to the next round, maybe it's a 10 to 15 minute other set, and then maybe a 20-minute set at the end.
That's exactly how the Laughlin $10,000 tournament was, by the way.
So
that's exactly the way it goes. Yeah,
so
right.
you have to condense. And it was my boy Trenton Davis, you know what I mean, that told me. He was like, dude, when I'm doing a comedy competition, I condense. I cut out all the fat.
Oh, by the way, Trenton came in second that night. It was
yeah.
actually me and Trenton winning that one. Came in first, Trenton came in second, third. That was a weird competition. That's exactly what they do. 5, 10, whatever. So you have to take the first 5 minutes. My theory is you do your best 5 minutes up front to make sure you get to the second round. And then you do a mix between some of your best and good. Because you have to change up your set.
Yeah.
But my thing is, they're not competitions, Rick. They're really not. Unless you're going to win it. There's only one winner. You win it, usually me. And then you take the money home. But really, it's just a showcase of performing in front of people that could help your career. You don't have to win it. You don't even have to.
Yeah.
There's been people that have surpassed me career-wise that didn't get past second rounds of some comedy competitions that I've won. Because somebody said, oh, yeah, this is what I want to see. Making the finals, that's fine. Come here, do this, audition for that. And they did a really good job in the future with that stuff. So what I'm telling comedians is you have to do these festivals and don't look at it as a competition where one person wins. Everybody's going to win if you just go out there and do very well.
And network. And
one person will see you and say, hey, how's it going, buddy? Let's. I like you. Let's give you these dates. I own these comedy clubs. I'd love to have you on these. It happens all the time.
Boy, Charlie Murphy, my main man, Ric James. That's the one you think, the comedian Ric James. Get up.
I can't hear my neighbor crying. I can't breathe.
Please hit the subscribe button down low so you can see all new clips, all new episodes coming to you.